Deep within the Antarctic ice, a buried chamber reveals unimaginable secrets, awakening ancient forces that threaten to tear the veil of reality. A group of explorers will confront the unknown to protect humanity. Get ready for a journey beyond the ice, where every step could mean salvation or destruction of our world. Imagine a place where the cold is so intense that any mistake can be fatal. This place is Antarctica, the coldest and most isolated continent on Earth. A place that few dare to explore, except for a brave group of archaeologists and scientists determined to unravel its hidden secrets. Our team of experts is here because of ancient accounts and curious maps that suggest something extraordinary buried beneath the relentless ice. They have been working tirelessly, excavating and scanning through thick layers of ice, when finally, something unusual appears on the radar. Anxiety grows among them. They have discovered a massive metal structure, completely out of place in such a hostile environment. The object emits strange signals, a rhythmic pulsation that almost resembles a heartbeat. 5 strong beats, followed by a deadly silence. What could it be? As they work to unearth the structure, time seems to freeze. The feeling that they are about to uncover something that should remain buried begins to dominate their thoughts. The ice around the structure starts melting faster than normal, as if Antarctica itself is trying to reveal its secret. The tension in the air is palpable as the team finally exposes a metal entrance covered with indecipherable inscriptions. A gateway to the unknown. What awaits on the other side? Will it be an ancient city, a lost civilization, or something darker? The group hesitates, but curiosity and the urge for discovery drive them forward. They prepare their equipment, exchange looks of nervousness and excitement. As the mysterious door opens with a groan, a sense of unease haunts each of them. They are about to step into a place where no one has set foot in millennia, and what they find will change their lives forever. Inside the metal entrance, the group of explorers encounters a long, dark tunnel, its walls lined with an unknown material emitting a cold, distant glow. The sound of their footsteps echoes strangely, amplifying the sensation of being watched. Each step seems to lead to a distant past, buried beneath eons of ice and silence. As they advance through the corridor, the unnaturally heightened temperature and moisture on their faces cause growing discomfort. Lanterns cast erratic shadows on the walls, making every corner seem to harbor invisible eyes. One of the scientists, the group's biologist, notices small life forms moving in the shadows, creatures that should be dormant in such a hostile habitat. Finally, the tunnel opens into a vast underground chamber. What they find inside takes their breath away and sends chills down their spines. Colossal statues depicting humanoid figures with inexplicable features are arranged in a circle, like guardians of an ancient secret. In the center, a stone altar with inscriptions in a forgotten language and a series of artifacts radiating tangible energy. As they explore the chamber, one of the archaeologists, Dr. Evans, approaches the altar and touches one of the symbols. Immediately, a feeling of dizziness overtakes him, and he falls to his knees, murmuring words in a language none of them recognize. His eyes become glassy, lost in a terrifying vision. While attempting to aid their colleague, the team discovers something even more unsettling. The carvings on the walls not only recount the history of an ancient civilization, but also foretell their arrival and, worse still, a malevolent fate reserved for those who disturb the site. Low, chilling whispers begin to fill the air in the chamber, as if voices from a distant past were trying to communicate or warn them. The energy in the room intensifies, causing electronic equipment to flicker and fail. The explorers feel an overwhelming, oppressive presence, pulsing with the rhythmic beat of the metallic object found in the ice. Dr. Evans snaps out of his trance with a guttural scream, his eyes wide with terror. "We shouldn't be here." He mutters, his voice trembling with fear and regret. We've awakened something that was sleeping. At that moment, a deep guttural sound reverberates through the chamber, causing everyone to turn toward the entrance they came from. A colossal shadow sways in the dim light, revealing that they are not alone. A desperate race ensues to comprehend what they have unearthed as darkness surrounds them and an ancient terror begins to awaken. With terror mounting within the group, they rush towards the entrance, but the immense shadow blocks their path. Amidst the chaos, the group's geologist, Sarah, stumbles over something on the ground and falls, feeling a strange pulsation beneath her feet. The ground seems to vibrate as the ominous presence draws nearer, its footsteps echoing like distant thunder. Desperate, the explorers scatter, searching for an alternative way out. As they move through the chamber, a circle of light emerges beneath the altar, illuminating not only the carvings and inscriptions, but the floor around them. The symbols begin to glow more intensely, and the ceiling, previously invisible in the darkness, now displays a detailed star map, translating into an enigma echoing through everyone's thoughts. Jonas, the group's linguist, focuses on this puzzle, murmuring words as he tries to decipher the ancient writing. It's a warning, a ritual, a way to seal. He stops abruptly, as if the weight of understanding has struck him. We have to close this, or something terrible will escape. Terrified but determined, Sarah recalls the strange creatures seen earlier and begins searching for a solution among the sculptures in the hall. She notices that each statue carried an embedded gem and a specific alignment resembling the map on the ceiling. The other members gather around Sarah. Their minds work frantically as they place the gems in the right locations, attempting to replicate the stellar pattern above their heads. With each gem fitted, a deep sound reverberates through the chamber, pushing back the looming presence. At the same time, the ice around them begins to crack and melt, indicating a breach closing in the ice portal. Slowly, but with increasing force, the star map on the ceiling begins to rotate. The gems shine brightly, projecting beams of light converging on the altar. The presence in the corridor visibly retreats, as if ancient magic is pushing it back into its icy prison. Instead of simply disappearing, the shadow becomes enraged. It lets out a deafening scream that shakes the walls, causing some stones to collapse. The noise is initially chaotic, but soon turns into a chorus of indistinct voices, a collective lament distorted by time. As the last beam of light meets at the center, a surge of energy emanates from the altar, sealing the chamber and completely expelling the monstrous shadow. Dr. Evans, still in a fragile state, whispers, "We did it, for now." Tired and shaken, the group knows the chamber will now remain protected, but they also understand they have touched something far older and more dangerous than anyone could have imagined. They signal the base, requesting urgent aerial extraction, their minds already turning to how they will live with the knowledge of what they have awakened. Emerging into the icy brilliance of the Antarctic surface, they do not know if the tranquility now reigning is temporary, or if an even older evil could break forth again. One thing is certain: humanity's history has just gained another dark and mysterious chapter, buried beneath tons of ice and a thick layer of forbidden secrets. As the helicopter departs from the chamber's location, the group of explorers remains silent, the weight of what they witnessed still intensely hanging over each of them. Their faces reflect a mix of relief and terror, none of them truly knowing how to process what happened down there. Back at the base, Dr. Evans is weak but insistent. He sits with the others to review the recordings, scanning every detail captured on their devices, searching for answers or any sign that might explain the supernatural event. Upon reviewing the material, they notice something they hadn't seen before: spectral figures, almost invisible to the human eye, captured in photographs and videos, like shadows observing every move of the group. Jonas, the linguist, can't shake the inscriptions he read. His notes reflect a tone of urgency. Essentially, those inscriptions favored a kind of gateway to another dimension, Jonas states. The thing we found is just a sentinel, or worse, a harbinger. Sarah, with a determined look, rises to her feet. If there's one gate, there may be more. We need to alert the scientific community. We just don't know how they'll handle it. In the dead of night, while the rest of the base sleeps, Sarah receives an unexpected visitor. A hooded figure, their face hidden in shadows, appears at the entrance of the instrument shed where Sarah is analyzing samples. The figure stands silently, speaking with a grave softness, as if from another time. You've opened a door that should never have been touched. With a silent gasp, Sarah recoils, knocking instruments to the floor. She then gathers herself and asks, her voice trembling, "Who are you? How do you know about this?" The figure sighs, briefly illuminated to reveal a face weathered by time and wear, taking a few steps forward. "I am a guardian of ancient knowledge, sent to maintain balance. The structure you found is one of many. And with each breach, more of our world and theirs intertwine. We must close them all before it's too late." Frightened yet determined to understand, Sarah agrees to gather the rest of the group the next morning. They will need this guardian's help, and more importantly, the courage to face a mission far more extensive and dangerous than they ever imagined. The next day, the guardian, who introduces himself as Larkin, tells them ancient legends, mystical maps, and sealing rituals secrets never before unveiled to the modern world knowledge passed down through generations to protect humanity. The group effectively becomes part of an ancestral order entrusted with guarding terrible secrets and vast dangers. They realize this discovery is not isolated. Other teams around the globe are reporting similar phenomena, dormant structures awakening, revealing portals to places humans should not venture. The understanding dawns on the explorers. Humanity stands on the brink of a supernatural precipice, and it falls to them to turn this dangerous discovery into a mission of sealing and understanding. After all, Antarctica has revealed more than ice. It has unveiled forgotten stories and fears that are beginning to become all too real. Determined to close all breaches threatening the balance between worlds, the group gathers to devise a plan with Larkin. Armed with knowledge of ancient rituals and mystical maps, they divide tasks and organize the resources needed for their upcoming expeditions. The pressure is immense, but the sense of urgency drives each member of the group deeper into their specialties. Their first destination, a remote valley in Greenland, where legend speaks of an ice pillar that glows under the light of the full moon. After days of harsh travel across frozen fields, the group finally arrives at the exact location. Amidst the ice, a structure similar to the one found in Antarctica emerges. The entrance resembles a monolith, surrounded by smaller statues, the silent sentinels. Larkin instructs the group in the steps of the sealing ritual. According to ancient texts, we need to activate these runes in sequence and recite the invocation to seal the gate. He informs them, pointing to characters engraved on the statues. The slightest error could be fatal. The group begins their work, activating the runes as instructed. As they recite the invocation, the ice pillar begins to emit an auroral light, and shadows around them start to stir, forming distorted figures. The vibrant air brings a chilling cold. The temperature drops even further, making the environment almost unbearable. Suddenly, the shadow figures start to congregate and take shape, attempting to prevent the sealing. The explorers, while completing the final part of the ritual, confront these dark entities, defending themselves with bright lights and sonic sounds emitted by the devices they brought. Dr. Evans, now more confident and recovered, performs the final task, placing an infused stone on the central altar. With a flash of light, the shadow figures are sucked back into the void, and the portal closes with a final resonance. Relief washes over them, but exhaustion is visible on everyone. One more gate closed, but much more remains to be done. Sarah checks her tablet with the mapping provided by Larkin. There are other locations around the globe, in the Arctic, Siberia, Mongolia. Even in the depths of the oceans, she mentions, feeling the weight of their vast duty ahead of them. Larkin warns, each time a portal is closed, resistance will grow. Guardians of the other breaches become aware and fiercer. We must be quicker and smarter before they fully realize our mission. Continuing their mission, the team presses on, facing new adversities and delving deeper into the understanding of these ancient secrets. With each new site discovered, the sense of urgency grows, but so does their unwavering determination to protect humanity from dormant terrors that could unleash darkness upon the world. Finally, upon reaching their last destination, a submerged temple in the Mediterranean Sea, examinations reveal something unexpected. An inscription reads, "Those who close all breaches must sacrifice the key." The group comprehends with horror that to end this mission, a final sacrifice must be made, making them all aware of the personal cost involved. With renewed spirit and more united than ever, the explorers prepare for this final and ultimate act, aware of the costs, but ready to protect Earth, even at the expense of themselves. Did you enjoy this incredible journey into the unknown? Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more epic and mysterious stories. Comment below on what you thought and which other mysteries you'd like us to explore. Until the next adventure,